Today we're firing up grilled cheese chili dogs. After I made those viral grilled cheese hot dogs, you guys asked for it. You wanted chili. I've got my best hot dog chili recipe, and then we've got those crispy, cheesy grilled cheese hot dogs. It's all coming together. I can't wait to eat them again. Let's go ahead and heat up the pot, and we're gonna need to add a little bit of fat. I like to add a few tablespoons of beef tallow. All right, once that is melted down, we're gonna go ahead and start by cooking down some of the onions. This is half of a sweet onion. All we're trying to do is just soften down the onion a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add one diced jalapeno too. And this burner is just on like low, like medium low. Do better. Then once the onion and chili is a little soft, go ahead and add in your garlic. Measure to your heart's content. I have used 3 cloves minced. All right, from here we're gonna go ahead and add the beef. I've got a pound of beef. I'm using 85/15. You can go a little leaner if you want. 90/10 is totally fine. And then from here I'm just gonna spread it out a little bit. And this is what gives the chili its unique texture, is you're not really gonna sear this. We're actually going to kind of boil it. 2 cups of beef stock. And make sure that you know how much sodium that you're using in this whole recipe. Mix all of this in here, and then I'm going to turn the heat up. We want to get this to a simmer. All right, now that it's simmering, we're going to go ahead and cover it, and we'll see you in an hour. All right, it has been an hour. Woo, let's get that steam out of here. And I'm going to use my handy little masher just to break up the meat a little bit. You can see the meat's got a really great texture right now. Now here's where we really make it chili. So we're gonna go through the ingredients. So I'm gonna start with 1 tablespoon of mustard. It just adds a little bit of zing and brings all the flavors together. You do 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. God, I hope I said that right. All right, then 2 tablespoons of chili powder. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Sedona Sand, which is chili powder. It's got a lot of other flavors in there too, a little bit more garlic, cumin, Mexican oregano, guajillo, chipotle, but you use whatever chili powder you want. Mine has salt in it, so I'm aware of that. All right, then I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of paprika. Now, paprika does add flavor. A lot of people will say it's kind of a waste. The big key is making sure that you have like a really good quality paprika. I like these ones from Spiceology. This is smoked, and then this is Hungarian, and here today I'm using the smoked. But if you use a high quality paprika, it adds a lot of flavor. All right, half a teaspoon black pepper, half a teaspoon cumin. I'm gonna do half a teaspoon of Mexican oregano, crushed. Now for salt, I'm gonna add about a half a teaspoon because I know that my other rub had salt in it. Now this is optional, but I like to use crushed Ritz crackers in here. It actually helps thicken it up just a little bit. And you do not have to add that in, but I find that it adds a really nice texture. If you're gluten-free, you could use cornmeal or like masa harina. We'll mix this around. I'm gonna add a bay leaf. Now just for good measure, I'm gonna add a little bit of cayenne. I like my chili spicy. All right, bring it back up to a gentle simmer. We're gonna put the lid back on. 30 minutes, I promise this is it. All right, it's time to see the magic. Ooh, that looks so good. You guys can see that it's nice and thick, probably because from those crackers, just everything reducing down. It's still saucy too. If you like it saucier, you can always add a little bit of water and let that cook out for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bay leaf, and we're gonna shut off the burner and let this start to cool down. Now for the best results, chili actually tastes better if it rests overnight and it's chilled and reheated for the next day. It's a good thing I made a batch yesterday. I'm gonna set this aside and we're gonna make grilled cheese hot dogs. All right, let's make these dogs. We're gonna start with some buns. I'm using some potato buns today, and I've got some freshly grated cheese. This is a combination of cheddar, and then I use Monterey Jack. So we're gonna go ahead and pack some of that cheese into the buns right here. Be pretty generous because this is a grilled cheese hot dog. And I went ahead and seared up some hot dogs, and these are nice and warm, so they'll start to melt that cheese, and then we'll get going on finishing these up. Okay, for the last step, we're gonna take cheese and pack it on top of the dog, and it's important that you pack it in because we're gonna be flipping the dog and you don't want the cheese flying everywhere. So push it in really well. Now I'm using Nathan's skinless franks. What hot dogs do you prefer to use? Okay, these are packed in and ready to go. Let's go ahead and sear them. All right, so we've got the hot skillet. This is already seasoned and ready to go, and I've got a grilled cheese dog. That cheese is pressed down. What we'll do is go ahead, grab it, and just flip it and get that cheese right on the surface. Let's get two in here for good measure. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of mayo on the back because it's grilled cheese, and I'll end up flipping it. All right, I see that it's browning over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my spatula, dig in, scrape that bottom off, and we are gonna flip. Ooh, that's like perfect, look at that. All right, let's flip that second one. Oh yeah. All right, we're ready to go. We've got some crispy ones, some more melty ones. This one's probably right in between. Take a look at that. All right, I think I'm gonna do the melty dog first. I was eyeballing that. Let's put on a lot of our fresh chili. Whoo-wee! That's what I'm talking about. But don't judge me, but I'm gonna put on a little bit of mustard here, so I like mustard on my chili dogs. The chili's already packed with onions, so I'm good to go. All right, enough talking, I gotta get in here. It's so messy. Ah, the beard. The flavors are spot on. It's exactly what you'd expect. It's a cheesy chili dog, but I'll tell you what, the texture of that crispy cheese on top and then the melty cheese underneath, I mean, this is just like next level. It's so good. If you guys make this, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time.